A very common question I come across is that why the twin flame runner is able to move away from the relationship so easily, and when the runner moves away, they tend to not really care. And I'm going to give you 4 main reasons for this. The very first one is that the runner is going to be a more surface level person who is more disconnected from this internal part that is the emotions. And this is what the chaser is more connected to. So what that means is that they are not really connected to deep emotions. That's what this surface level means. They are more connected to feelings and even external things. They like to be connected to many people compared to the chaser, who is really connected to the deep emotion and wants to connect to one person very deeply. And that is the key reason, because deeper emotions mean deeper brainwaves. They are more rigid. It's a lot more difficult to move away from that compared to light feelings that they can just move away. But what you have to understand is that they are unable to go down to this depth because they are disconnected from it. So that's why they don't understand why you cannot move away so easily as they can. That's the same thing with you. You cannot feel what your partner feels, that it's just like a light something, and they move away so easily. And that's where the misunderstanding is, that they don't understand why you are still chasing. It's so easy to move away. You just make up your mind and that's it. And that's exactly why they don't really understand, or they don't really think about it, that they actually hurt you very deeply. Because for them, this is not such a deep trauma. And again, because they are not connected to these deep emotional parts, they are connected to surface level feelings. The second one is that they generally get bored very easily. So a runner type of person is really excited in the beginning of the relationship. It's new, it's exciting, but it's like burning the candle on both ends, and then they just have nothing left, and then they want this feeling, this newness again. And that is very different compared to you, who wants to stay with the exact same person, and you are able to get the energy, because this is basically energy from the same person, because the connection is deep. The third one is going to be that they have very serious trust issues, because they had a troubled relationship with the opposite gender parent. And this is what they got used to from a very young age, and they don't even recognize it. It's not conscious for them. But they have already decided that the relationship is going to fail, and relationships cannot be trusted. Relationships are not worth the trouble. But it's unconscious in them. So consciously they might see that they tried, they really want the relationship work, but deep down, that's the problem. Deep down, they have already decided it's going to fail. So they actually create a self-fulfilling prophecy for themselves, that they are constantly looking for all the signs that would prove that the relationship doesn't worth the trouble, or the partner cannot be trusted. So as soon as there are enough excuses or reasons or whatever, they feel like a huge relief. I was right. And that's why they very easily again move away, because they feel betrayed by you. And it's going to be the same wound what they have experienced with the attachment figure. And your problem is that you don't have the ability, the chaser, to feel the betrayal. You are more, because betrayal is in the head, and you are more connected to the body. And what is in you is that your control, so their control is to move away, but your control is that you keep trying to give enough to the attachment figure, because that is your control, because accepting the reality that your attachment figure has betrayed you would totally crush you. And this is where the huge difference is, that they see it overly, the betrayal that is even not there, and you are unable to see that because you are not connected to this part in the brain. You're more connected to the body, that I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, and you are unable to see that maybe the partner was a piece of shit. And the last one, the fourth one, is going to be, this is just a general thing that you have to really understand, that the chasers' core focus, because they are in the attachment system, is one-on-one relationship, key focus on the partner, and key focus on the relationship. But the runner is completely different. Their key focus is going to be either, because there are two types of runners, either making enough money if they are more connected to the survival state or work, or maybe they are more connected to the head and it's going to be social group or social status. So their focus is going to be something related to that, either working a lot or belonging to a group, you name it. But it's not your focus. The two of you is completely different. And that's why they can move away, because the relationship wasn't their number one priority. And sometimes because the head type of runner, that's the mixture of the runner and the chaser, for a certain period of time is very similar to a chaser, turns into a chaser type of person. But the problem is, and that's why they are confusing, after a while, that's when they feel that they have done enough, but they didn't receive enough, or they feel betrayed. They actually devalue you and the relationship, and that's when they turn into a very, very runner type person again. I hope this video was helpful for you and helped you understand why the runner behaves this way. And you have to understand that you can't do anything with the partner. If the partner is like that, let him or let her go. The only thing you can do is to start working on yourself and start your own healing. Because in reality, a healthy individual is going to be the mixture of the runner and the chaser, but in an integrated way. So when you see that there is lots of abuse or the person is not really good, you are able to detach, because this is what the runner is very good at. They are very good at detaching, but the problem is they detach way too easily because they are afraid to let their guard down. They are afraid to get too close to you. But your problem is that you don't have a guard, you don't have a boundary, and even when you are abused and hurt and mistreated, you cannot push away, you cannot detach. So you have to become a little bit more like the runner, so you become closer to this middle part. See you in my next video.